Unidentified intruder detected. Beginning search. Please clear the area until overnight is restored.
Tessa, I need those reports by 3 today. Are you ready for the meeting?
Nervous as hell, but ready as I'll ever be.
Don't be nervous. If I didn't think you could do it, you wouldn't be going.
That's oddly reassuring, coming from you.
Take it as a compliment. You've got the business sense and legal backing, and that is why I have every reason to believe you'll be running this company someday. You're gonna do fine today.
Damn, he's good. He'll never incriminate himself. This may take a while.
Alright, folks, these terms are ridiculous. Absurd, even. I'm not signing until we see at least 80% profit.
These terms are perfectly reasonable. Since when are environmental laws and fair wages ridiculous and absurd?
Since they take away 30% of the profits we're set to gain, Lawrence. You can talk to me about fair wages when you give up your bonus.
Come on, David. We need to wrap up this deal. Our partners are getting impatient. There has to be room for negotiation here.
I'll be the one who says when it's time to negotiate here. And our partners are only impatient because they need this deal more than us. They just hope we don't realize it. Now go back to your desks and figure out how to get me that 80%, or I'll find someone else who can.
White Springs decor is refined and decadent. Don't listen to any naysayers.
Now that that's settled, did Miss Rucker have any other requests I could help with?
What?
Oh, well, hello, darling. A pleasure to meet another guest of our fine establishment. I am Orlando, your host and management liaison. If you'll pardon me for just one moment, that will be all. Please give my regards to Ms. Rucker. If you are here for leisure, I regret to inform you that our regular resort activities are temporarily unavailable. However, if you are here for the refuge and the fine work of the lovely responders, I am delighted to welcome you on their behalf.
That miscreant from Kratos scratched my chassis on the way in.
Them. Ah, perhaps you have not heard. The White Spring is now home to the Refuge, a place of safety and care for all in need. The Refuge is being run by the responders, individuals committed to the well-being of their fellows. They founded the Refuge in response to new waves of refugees coming to Appalachia, people in great need of help. Food, medical care, clothing, a place to sleep. All of these are available for those who need them. What a wonderful thing for you to ask, darling. I knew there was something special about you from the moment I saw you. As it happens, the responders are looking for volunteers to assist them in a particular outreach effort. Those industrious wonders have repaired a vertibird to full working order and are using it to make contact with more distant settlements. They've made allies with people in Pittsburgh. The locals call it the Pit now, who seem to be in dire need of outside assistance. If you don't mind me saying so, you look like you can handle yourself. You might be just who they're looking for.
That miscreant from Kratos scratched my chassis on the way in. How rude.
I was out scavenging for food earlier. I only got attacked by Scorched once.
Well, they'll be better able to explain the details, but I believe they're looking for fighters, actually. Their contacts in the pit are in something of a desperate situation, it seems, against a dangerous enemy. I hate the thought of you putting yourself in such danger, but it does appear to be for a good cause. Judging by what I've heard, it's an accurate one, sadly. Pittsburgh was bombed quite severely during the war. The poor individuals still living there have renamed it to better reflect its dreadful circumstances. They call themselves the Union. Something of a resistance movement, I understand, against more aggressive forces. One of their representatives is currently staying with us, a Mr. Skippy Rorich. Delightful man. Indeed, isn't that marvelous? They salvaged it and painstakingly repaired it. It's fully functional now. I was very pleased to be able to contribute to this effort in my own small way. If you wish to see it, it resides on the roof of the refuge between flights, along with its charming pilot, Miss Lennox. Oh, you're terribly brave, aren't you, dear? Imagine if we all had such courage. Now, darling, before anybody bundles you off, the first thing you should do is introduce yourself to some of the responders. I just so happen to know a few in need of more local assistance, and helping them will earn you the other thing you'll need. That other thing, of course, being the ultrasight battery cells, which fuel the vertibird. Ultracells, if you prefer.
They'd reprogram me if I'm not more positive.
Why, from me, of course. Rather, from the management via me, that is. When management heard the responders were restoring the vertibird, they wished to help. They provided the ultracells, and I suggested them to the responders as an alternative means of fueling the vertibird. Per management instructions, I distribute a quantity to certain individuals regularly. Management feels this encourages collective decision-making rather than stockpiling. I'm sure they'd be willing to part with them in exchange for your aid.
Don't listen to any naysayers.
My dear, you must understand, much as I would like to, my responsibilities do not permit me to do so. I am but a humble employee of the management, and I distribute their resources as instructed to the letter. I hope you will not begrudge me my loyalty. I find myself quite fond of you already.
I got a veiled threat from Orlando the other day.
Our lovely Ms. Rucker is the closest thing to a leader the refuge has, though I believe she's less than comfortable with the title. You can find her in their headquarters, beyond the dining area. The darling chef, Miss Rousseau, needs some assistance in the kitchen, I hear. And Ms. Wagner, over in the common area, is looking for donations. I'm sure your generosity will be well rewarded. Wonderful, my dear. I'm certain you will be a tremendous help to them and the refuge. When you are finished with each of them, I recommend you speak with Mr. Skippy Rorich, the Pit Union representative. I imagine he'll want to discuss the situation in the pit with you before you embark. Do feel free to visit me at your leisure if you wish to chat. I have an office in the management wing. You can't miss it.
The traitor scratched my chassis on the way in. How rude!
Bonjour! My name is Esme Rousseau, but most people around here know me as Chef Esme. We've had some representatives from Foundation and Crater come here seeking assistance with the recent influx of refugees. I thought that we could help them out by providing some food for their people. I've started a pot of venison and potato stew, one of my newest creations. Would you be able to help me finish it? How wonderful! I can't wait to whip up something delicious for everyone! The stew requires potatoes, venison, salt, black pepper, and carrots. The ingredients can be found in our storage area. Your job is to grab the ingredients and put them in before the stew burns. Super! Let's have you start by stirring the stew, which will help keep it from burning. Remember to continuously stir during the cooking process. My friend, I hope you will... Oh, me? Oh, my pap... Fantastique! Let's get the first of the ingredients and prepare them. You're looking for carrots, potatoes, and the pièce de résistance, the venison.
These robots sure make my job easier. I heard there's a chess set around here, if you ever want to.
Yeah, Responder's gonna need more jumpsuits at this rate.
I heard a bunch of nerds arguing over comic book here.
I wouldn't want to be Rucker. I never thought a single person could be spread so thin.
The potatoes here taste amazing. So fresh and only a few reds.
This is smelling delicious. Let's add more flavor with some salt and pepper now.
You'd think with all that tinkering Skippy does that he'd come up with something more medicinal.
Robot butlers? Is this a refuge or a palace?
That was a move to access his call.
Folks still join the responders for caps.
Orlando is very charming. But to be honest with you, I'm not really sure why they're helping us.
Superbe! Now that your stew is done, it is time to add your own special touch.
I heard about what happened in Morgantown. I know it was...
Some added flavor is a fantastic idea. This stew rivals my own talents. You must cook with me again sometime. Here is your finished stew. Now, it is time to feed some of the hungry. I believe you can find the Raider and Settler representatives in the bar area. You must make a choice, since there is not enough to feed everyone, I'm afraid. I'll do my best to gather more ingredients so that we can cook again another time.
Please have a seat. Someone will be with you shortly.
My friends didn't want to join up with me. Said the responders sounded like too much work. Wonder what they're doing now.
Set up here. Are you at the refuge? We've got people going hungry, and too many mouths to feed at Foundation. Oh, the stew is delicious. It'll put smiles on the faces of our people back in Foundation. Oh, my compliments to the chef. Can you lend me a hand?
Good evening, sir.
I wouldn't want to be Rucker. I never thought a single person.
I heard about what happened in Morgantown. I know it was way back, but
Always something that needs doing. Well, seems like timing is one of your strong suits. Look, I can stitch up a gash with the best of them. But Appalachia, Well, she can do a lot worse than cut us open. Cut a lot of folks here with sickness we don't understand, and injuries we don't know how to treat. What we need more than anything is know-how. So I propose we trade what I got that I don't need for what you need that you don't got. I've heard you're looking ahead into the pit, and the only safe way out of Appalachia is that metal bird Lennox has perched up on the roof. And what keeps her in the air are those ultrasight cells Orlando keeps locked up. So, that's the deal. You bring back medical information that'll help me figure out how to help these folks, and I'll get you all the juice you need. Today you'll be going to school. What's left of it anyway. Can the responders count on you? Before the war, they would teach high school students about anatomy and physiology. Isn't that wild? I don't know how helpful it was to those kids, but if there's any textbooks on the subject still intact at Morgantown High, I can damn well tell you how helpful it would be to the responders. So talk to me. You in? Nice. Well, let's get to it then. Anything you're able to find, go ahead and bring it back to our lead medic. I'll let her know to look for you. Good luck out there. Here to lend a hand, or 'cause you need a hand? Either way.
I was out scavenging for food earlier. I only got attacked by scorched water.
Good evening. Our late night fare is still available. Please have a seat.
Well, hello there, stranger. Pleased to meet you. I'm Sophie Wagner. Look around. The Refuge. Quite a place, isn't it? I mean, sure, fancy pants golf club resort, that's nice, but I'm talking about the Refuge. A haven for the lost, the dispossessed, the hungry, and unfortunate. A monument to our ability to have compassion for each other. Isn't it grand? Isn't it worth preserving, building, growing? Now that's what I'm talking about. People supporting each other. You got the right spirit. Rucker's put me in charge of running a bit of a donation drive. Have you met Rucker? She's amazing, you should. Anyway, it might surprise you to know an operation like this is always churning through supplies. We work hard to keep things in stock, and that funny Orlando character does their best to help out as well, but we still have shortfalls. So here I am, asking generous folks such as yourself to help us fill in those gaps and keep the Refuge running. Let me check my notes. You would not believe how fast we've been going through our stash of steel scrap. It's been nuts. 50 units, if you have it, would go a long way. Bunch of stuff you could scrap for it. Tools, fuel cans, utensils. Scavengers find that kind of thing all the time. That's okay. I'll be here all day, though. It'd really make my day. comfort to your fellow.
Rucker said to be looking for you. Hope you got some good news about those anatomy textbooks.
If you got some spare supplies burning a hole in your pocket, why not help us help us?
Well, Appalachia's never really given the responders any breaks, you know? There's so much we don't know how to treat. Sometimes it's hard to know if we're even treating the right thing. With how many sick and wounded we get coming in here, we need every advantage we can get. And the information you're bringing us provides us that advantage in a big way. These textbooks are heavier than I thought they'd be. I'll get these distributed to the other medics right away. Getting this here means so much. Thank you, from all of us.
Glad to see you've returned. You do? Amazing. Thank you so much. This is going to be a big help. It just so happens I got a little something for you. As a reward for your Rucker set aside some ultrasight battery cells that can spare you from the ones the White Spring management doles out. Fancy a vertibird trip? They're not much use for anything else, but I got a feeling you're gonna need them. See? Thanks so much for the help. Drop by again. If I know...
Hey there. Don't think we met. I'm Skippy Rorich. Something I or the Union can do for you? That's right, looking for someone to help us take the fight to the Fanatics. Surprised we got a taker, actually. You are interested, right? The Union's back's against the wall. We're doing our best to hold off the Fanatics. Keep them from taking everything. Occasionally, we win some small victories, but not a lot. Got a couple of situations back there right now where an extra hand might tip things in our favor, at least for now. I don't want to call it mercenary work, but I'm not gonna lie. You'll be going there to fight. Hell, you've got raider gangs here, right? I've heard about your Blood Eagles. The Fanatics are something like them, but more organized. Imagine every single raider gang you've ever heard got together and decided to make like Genghis Khan. Sweep over everything. Kill anyone who won't join, and put anyone too weak to fight into forced labor camps. Everything that's not theirs they take. That's the Fanatics. And be glad they're not here. The Union is a sort of a... I guess you might call us a confederation. Or a resistance. People banding together for defense. See, there's a group in the pit. Calls themselves Fanatics. All they care about is conquest. They want the whole pit for themselves. They roll into your area. You either join them, they force you to labor for them, or they kill you. And they're coming for everybody. The Union's the only thing standing between them and their total conquest of the pit. As much as we're able, anyway. Fantastic. Let me just get Rucker in here. It's her bird, after all. Thanks for coming by, Rucker. Looks like we got a volunteer to take a trip out to the pit.
We've met. Had a feeling you might be up for this when you came by earlier. Guess I was right.
Figured you should be involved, if we're gonna borrow your plane.
Don't let Lennox hear you call it a plane. She takes it personally. Anyway, sure thing. I guess you've already got all the ultra cells you need. I know you've got mine. Sophie and Esme tell me you helped them out too, so I expect you got theirs as well.
Well, why'd you say you're willing to help?
Now, Skippy.
I know. Come on back if you decide it.
I wasn't sure we'd see you.
Great. This means I might have some other things I need help with here in Appalachia, too. I'll let you know. Good.
Still a minute. Whoa, hey, now you look interesting. What's up? I'm Lennox. Yeah? Right on. About time we made another trip out there. I mean, me and my girl here. You haven't been, I guess. Ruckus said somebody'd be coming by. Guess you're it. If you're all set, I'm ready when you are. Assuming you got the ultrasight battery cells for this beauty. I'm a miracle worker in the sky, but even I can't make a fly on willpower alone. Remember, anytime you want to take a trip, we're gonna need a full load of those ultrasight battery cells to power this beauty. If you need more, check with those busybodies downstairs you got this batch from. There's always something they need every day. I'll be here when you're ready to go.
Right, time to finish this little pet project. Ooh, I gotta admit, I don't have many files on David and Rosalind talking about their pre-Raider days, so this will be pretty interesting. I'll just give it a quick listen. Yep, sounds like David all right. Ruthless even then. Getting back to business, a little slice and dice, some audio love, and voila! Mission accomplished. All you gotta do now is take a quick trip to the nearby relay tower and set up a new transmitter to get this bad boy broadcasting. Oh yeah, I heard that old Duchess lady's radio signal start up a while back. I should have known that was you. Here's the program you'll need to run at the relay tower. Just load it up and follow directions. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than this, really. And here, as a token of my gratitude, you can have this old holotape back as a souvenir.
Remote transmitter connected. Beginning recorded message loop.
Hey, Meg. Listen up. I'm David fucking Thorpe. Get your ass over here. Top of the world is where it's at. Mezzanine. It's time to negotiate. Last one of you. Hey, Meg. Listen up.
Broadcasting confirmed. Congratulations. Your transmitter is now connected.
Meg out here lickety-split. I mean, don't get me wrong, she really ain't my biggest fan. But believe me, this broadcast, way more fun. Now, you probably want to haul ass back to the mez, because something down there's making all the racket, and you're gonna want that place nice and tidy for when Meg shows up.
The hell is this? Where's Thorpe? You got that old diaper pail on your side? So who the hell are you? Don't tell me you're one of those worthless settlers. Holy shit, a vault dweller! Even better. You come scurrying out of your little cubby hole and you think you can start making demands? Think again. David's trophy, huh? Wow, he must be dead. Return tail if you've managed to get your hands on it. Huh. I take it this means you recognize me as leader around here. Smart. Looks like you got yourself a brain after all. Seeing as how I'm feeling generous, I'll spare you a minute to tell me what you want before I get back to retaking Appalachia. You don't get to talk to me about that. We lost everything to that disease while you were all sitting pretty underground. Inoculation? That's just some bullshit the responders made up to sucker the weak out of their supplies. Didn't fall for it then? Sure as shit ain't falling for it now. Oh, I know all about the Scorched. Got my own plans, like wiping them out. Why don't you take a look yourself? Got a raid going down right now that can show you how it's done. Up north a ways, closer to the crater. Ain't gonna let any of those things linger too long near our base. Oh, I'll take that bet. You'll see. We're back. We ain't gonna let anyone stand in our way. Head out to their location and find Aldrich. Tell him I sent you. Once you got it all wrapped up, head back to our base. It's the crater. Built out of that old space station. Believe me, you can't miss it.
Who the hell are you? Well, ain't I flattered. Sure she ain't gonna be too happy to see those Scorch rode over us like nothing. With my luck, I'm just gonna end up like one of them things. Solutions? Best news I heard all day. You got some cure or something? Because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need it. Well, what the hell is it then? Do I look like I'm in the mood for bullshit right now? You're turning your back on a dying man? Figures. You gonna help? You wanna kill me? Please. Look, I'm begging you. Just say you never saw me. No one has to know, and you'll never see me again. Shit, like that makes me feel any better? I'm just not ready for this. Let me take my chances. If I turn, I'm stuck in this trailer. No one gets hurt. Oh, thank God. And I thought you were gonna kill me no matter what I said. Maybe I got hours. Maybe days. I just want to come to terms with this. On my own time, you know? And please don't let Meg know. Just tell her the Scorched got me. Thanks. You know, Meg's tough, but she's the first leader I've had that gives a shit. And I don't want this on her shoulders. You've done enough for me. So, now if you don't mind, I'm ready to be alone and see this through. I'm good. It may be rough.
Appalachia belongs. Look who finally showed up. Where's Aldridge? Shit. I knew Aldridge was taking too long. And this vaccine of yours just happens to be one of them, right? I've heard better pitches from chems dealers with a shit product. Can't argue with that. And I suppose if you really were out to kill us, there's easier ways than concocting some damn inoculation story. As much as I hate to believe it, you're right. And besides, we made a deal. I'll make the announcement. You hold up your end of the bargain. Be seeing you real soon, 7-6.